St. Louis is a great place to start and grow a company and to redevelop vacant or underused properties. Due to its central location, low cost of real estate, talented people, and other quality of life factors, our city is an attractive location for companies and developers to invest. New investment creates jobs and economic opportunity for our residents, as well as new and exciting residential options. As the independent economic development agency serving the city of St. Louis Development Corporation, known as SLDC, helps promote development and job growth through tools that support our community and the businesses that want to thrive here. Our toolbox of economic development incentives can help spur job growth and real estate investments throughout St. Louis for years to come. To encourage development and investment in new commercial and residential construction in the city of St. Louis, SLDC offers various economic development incentives. One tool we use is property tax abatement, which reduces the increase in real property taxes a property owner must pay after redevelopment of the property for an agreed-upon period of time. The company commits to investing the money it saves in new facilities and hiring new employees. Through these partnerships, vacant buildings and land can be transformed and reactivated to create jobs and new commercial or residential opportunities while generating more revenue for schools and city services. For example, in 2019, the City of St. Louis offered a 90% 10-year tax abatement that was used to redevelop a former car wash site on Morgan Ford Road into a 26-unit apartment building with ground floor commercial space. Pre-development taxes for the site were $8,500. During the abatement period, annual property taxes are about $16,000. Once the tax abatement ends in 2029, property taxes are expected to be about $85,000 per year, which is an increase of $76,500 per year. By investing tax savings in redevelopment, the property began generating new taxes for the city and St. Louis public schools. By using tax abatement to promote investment and development, between 2017 and 2022, SLDC estimates incentivized projects have created or retained 6,300 jobs, resulting in 4,200 new residential units, 1,200 hotel rooms, and more than 4.5 million of commercial square feet, representing an estimated overall investment of nearly $2 billion in the city of St. Louis. Over a 10-year period, these projects will generate approximately $53 million in additional revenue to the city's property tax base. SLDC houses and staffs the development boards that review requests for city incentives like tax abatement. To ensure development projects are carefully evaluated and the development process is easy to navigate and transparent, SLDC offers a self-service developer portal. This simple and accessible tool allows developers to apply for and track the process on incentive projects in the city of St. Louis. SLDC strives to streamline the development process in the city of St. Louis. It is important for developers to understand and adhere to the process of applying for tax abatement. After initial review of guidelines on the incentives dashboard on SLDC's website, developstlouis.org, and consultation with SLDC staff, the developer will submit an application to SLDC for review. The project will first be reviewed with the Community Benefits Scorecard. The project score will determine if it is eligible for incentives and the maximum term and amount of tax abatement a project can receive. Projects must meet a minimum score to be eligible. A rate of return analysis will be performed as a but-for test by comparing the return with and without incentives to market averages so as to not over-incentivize. The project will then be reviewed to determine the projected impact on taxing jurisdictions from the use of incentives and the projected net benefit resulting from the development occurring. SLDC will evaluate developers based on previous projects, compliance with previous development agreements, and ensure developers have no outstanding tax liabilities for previous projects. After initial review and scoring of an application, the developer will meet with SLDC staff to identify opportunities for additional community benefits and determine any modifications that may affect the project score. Depending on the scale of the project and the score on the Community Benefits Scorecard, the developer may be required to participate in a neighborhood engagement process to ensure input from the community on the proposed project. SLDC will present an analysis and recommendation to the relevant development board for their review. If approved, the project will move to the next stage in the approval process. If an LCRA or PIEA project, the project will move to the Planning Commission before going to the Board of Aldermen. A board bill approving a redevelopment plan that includes the project area undergoes a series of reviews and votes at the Board of Aldermen, including a public hearing, vote by the appropriate committee, second reading, perfection, third and final reading before the full Board of Aldermen votes. The mayor then has 30 days to sign or veto. If the project went through the LCRA or PIEA board, the project will return to that board for developer designation. The board will advertise for redevelopers, and any developer can submit a proposal. Typically, the original developer will be chosen if it controls the property. Once the developer has been designated, a development agreement is finalized and signed between the development board and the developer, including community benefits agreements, if any, MWBE and prevailing wage requirements, design guidelines, and more. Before construction begins, the developer submits its Minority and Women-Owned Business Enterprise, or MWBE utilization plan, and building permits design plans for review and approval by SLDC. When construction is substantially complete and the terms of the development agreement are satisfied, including MWBE and design compliance, SLDC requests that the assessor activate the incentive. Once completed, the developer will be required to provide annual reports and documentation for ongoing compliance through the life cycle of the incentives. Through tools like tax abatement, SLDC seeks to create prosperity for residents and businesses, ensuring St. Louis remains a vibrant place with a just economy where all people can thrive.